YouTube, welcome back. We are actually in the dungeon today, Tuesday. Came down to train this morning, and I go down the stairs and I look over, and there's about that much water in the corner of the basement. So, not opportune. Spent the past couple hours here sweeping and draining some water out. The snow is thawing, if you couldn't tell. So no, not quite ideal. Dungeon Files flooded edition this week, but whatever, we're here. It's Tuesday. We got some upper to do. It's kind of deload period still, so just some volume cut, but still gonna get a little pump. Kind of gonna do a little bit of cluster shot. I'll show us in a second. We set up a little bit of arm, a little bit of tricep, all the stuff we usually do, but yeah, certainly not an opportune time. At least I got a nice dynamic warm up. I'm like, sweeping's kind of good for a warm up, get the hips moving, but yeah, it is damp all throughout here in the dungeon today. If we couldn't tell, I got the weights moved out of the way so we can do stuff. But oh yeah, it's a little dark, but not great. It is, however, certainly better than it was. So it's well enough to train. We got some stuff going. I got the big boots on, the waterproof ones, because I don't want to mess around with anything in case more seeps in. I might get some intraset squeegeeing and brushing on the floor too as well. Keep the water moving a little bit. But we're here. We're gonna train still. I'm sipping on my espresso. Got some garlic in my system. I hit the old the OG Rick Boogs garlic and honey right now, so I might kind of get a nasty pump only off a few sets. But cluster shots, deload period. So I'm gonna just do less of them. I'm gonna do like 4, maybe 5 rounds instead of the 8. Reduce the weight just a tad and get a push. This is a pin press usually in this day. This setup is too sketchy with these little racks here. I don't have actual safety, so I'm just gonna do a regular bench because that's what I'm gonna do for my next wave too. So I'm gonna find a decent weight for that. 7-ish RP, just push. Again, nothing too crazy. I'm gonna limit the rest like we usually do. I'm gonna get an inverted row going too off this. I'm gonna put the box over there, I think, and figure that out and just swap back and forth. I got some bicep after that. I'm either gonna do an incline curl, maybe since I only have the adjustable loadable dumbbells, I might just do like a preacher. Might be solid. A little bit of tricep, might do some JM press or something. Definitely some bicep, definitely some tricep. Probably some seated overhead press, just a tad. Again, keeping the shoulders on. But yeah, nothing too complicated. Instead of, it was 8 rounds for that stuff, I'll be at 4, and probably just like 2 for my other stuff besides that. Still in that deload-ish period, like I said, just pulling some fatigue out. So I can ramp back up over the next few weeks and hit some sickening numbers as we start to do some more fun stuff here too. I got some more sicko lower stuff I've been cooking up that I want to get in a little more frequently, even though I'm still spurting and jumping a tad. So we're feeling good. I'm carved up, like I said. Feeling pretty solid. I'm gonna start to get warm here in the extra dungy basement today. This though was a great opportunity to kind of push some water around and get rid of some dust, which was kind of finding positives and the negatives here. I don't know how benching in these boots is gonna feel, but honestly, I kind of don't hate it right now. I'll get some good tread going. I was at 195 when I pin benched, so I'll probably be a little north of that. Or just probably about there. Maybe I'll cap it there to make it appropriately difficult, but yeah, we'll get some weight in the bar. What else is going on today besides a wet basement? Making some diet adjustments here. Kind of stoked for that as well. Been eating kind of just at maintenance calories for like a couple months at this point. Just working, doing good stuff. I didn't have any crazy goals of getting a ton heavier. So just at maintenance, let me get pretty strong actually. Like I PR'd my bench, I did a lot of lifetime vests just eating like that. But right now, I'm gonna start to enter a bit of a gain phase, which it's not a bulking stupid. Just a slight surplus here where I'm probably gonna be, I'm usually around 30 to 3,100 calories, just kind of on a normal day, with how much I move and how much I burn. So I'll probably be closer to like 3,250, 3,300, just again, very slight, and see what that brings me over the course of a couple weeks. I've been averaging between like 190, 193 body weight right now. So by the end of March, I'd like to maybe be closer to 200 on average than 190. So like closer to 196, 197 maybe. Just under 8 weeks, maybe a little bit longer, something like that. But yeah, enough time so where that's reasonable and I won't get excessively large or fat I'm doing that, but I'm a pretty good body fat percentage right now. Like body composition is good. I feel strong. So I'm going to continue to progress these cluster sets because I've been more excited to do a little more hypertrophy stuff than I have been in a while. So we're going to keep on that. I'm got the rest of that program to do / an adaptation of it slightly. And yeah, we're going to keep sprinting, keep jumping just to not get a ton slower as we do this. Going to keep playing some soccer. It'll be good. We're going to carry ourselves into a nice spring where we're going to develop some pretty freaking sweet training goals, I think, as it starts to get a little warmer outside. Macro-wise, my diet is definitely a lot different than it used to be. Shout out John Heck over at Hammer and Chisel Performance. Buy his ebook. It's called Dialing in Your Nutrition. It's good. It's succinct. It reminded me of a lot of things that I kind of like slightly already knew and taught me some new stuff. And it's like, yeah, just simplify the diet a little bit. So I am carb maxing right now. I'm eating 500 carbs. Protein is at like 175, which I usually eat a little over that anyway, but there my fats are 50, I think off the top of my head. It's either that or 60, I forget. But dropping the fats, keeping the carbs high. Carbs are a PED. I totally forget this sometimes. It's so stupid. And it's wild how much better my training feels when I have that many carbs in my system all the time, and how much I sleep better and recover better with that much. So yeah, shout out that guy for helping me remember that. It's got some other good stuff too, training, etc. Check that dude out. This is appropriate. I hope it is, because any other shut up's gonna be kind of scuffed. Okay, that's gonna be good. Maybe. Okay, that's kind of hard. I'm gonna be 4 rounds here. 2 minutes in the nose for these rotations as well. Let's go. Nice, that's a sweet spot. That's actually pretty difficult. I'm like bench grip here almost. Just a tad narrower. That feels nice. This sick upper back pull. Ooh. Yeah, it's getting pretty hard. Ooh. Oh boy, brutal. Last bench set here. Ooh. All right, there's that completed. Easy. I'm gonna get onto some arm. I'm gonna do like a preacher on this bench here, like an incline, set the bench high, do a preacher off that. Should be pretty hard. We'll load that sucker because I don't feel like loading up both dumbbells because I'm soft. But I'll do that. I'll do, what was with this? Some seated overhead? Yeah, let's do it. Assuming this isn't too massive of a jump. Oh no, we're good. Ooh, solid 15. Put the metal plates on here so I don't kill the ceiling. Keeping the rest short here still. And one more set of each of these. Ooh, with that bench up higher, that made it harder. Get a little more range of motion. That's really solid. Should have done that for the first set too. It's only a 13 and it was harder. Oh boy. Second set of overhead here. Then I'll be done with this. Oh boy, lost one there, geez. Oh, overhead never feels great for me, to be honest. I do it because I think I should. And it's a good builder still, but man, I gotta adjust my technique or something. Or just change how I do it because I never feel confident with a bar in my hands when I'm overhead pressing. This feels kind of shitty. All right, last little bit here. Let's do a jam press, higher rep, like 12 to 15. Let's get some nice elbow push. Nice close grip, one of my favorite triceps. Ugh. I think a 10 should be good enough to get this going here. Let's find out. Ugh. I'm a real close grip with these. I'm like middle finger here on the edge of the smooth. Ugh. And keeping the elbows high above shoulder line, tucking, rolling the wrist forward ever so slightly, and then punching kind of when my bicep hits my forearm. I love these so much. Oh, nice lucky 13. I'll do one more there. But yeah, to review, food increasing, weight should be increasing, maybe a little more muscle, maybe a little bit more jacked, strong, all the good things that we're looking for. And yeah, eat more carbs and make sure your basement is dry. Please go check right now. Oh, jeez, that's gnarly. That's the day finished. Tuesday, easy deload stuff, like I said. Go make sure your basement's dry right now. That's all I've got for you today. Hopefully you don't have to go shovel for an hour before you train. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.